to the 25-yard line. So Kentucky's offense will get the first possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
To the air, it's good. He hurls one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Boots his first of the day away, was called on 4 times in the victory last week. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going right to work up top. Finds his tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
You're getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Fires to the tight end. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
Well, nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Makes the catch. It's McLeod.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick.
Oh, he's got some space. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? It's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights.
He smashes his way through again. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Kentucky right back to the line. To the ground. He's got it again. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Rides the back and leaves it. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll run play action. There's the pressure. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Wide open downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
I love when you sell the run like that quarterback did right there. Stuck it in the belly of the running back, pulls it out, runs the play action. Great job of confusing the defense a little bit, making them honor the run, and then throwing the ball in the lanes right behind them.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason.
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick completion to the right. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
Trying to bull his way in. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They want to run this quarterback. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
It's just so nice to have a signal guy who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. He'll keep it himself. At the 35, he's loose. Quarterback gets enough. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he ran away from the defense to take. Handoff from the gun. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle. It's McLeod. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Complete with conviction on the crosser. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You can tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Back to pass. Got his man quickly. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Give to the back. Got enough for the first. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
So now it's second and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass on second down. Gets it out quickly. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running this route. Great result because of it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. DB's right up on the receivers. Working that left side now. Running through contact. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Marking out of bounds at the 46.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to throw. It's good. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job being the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Catch inside the 25. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold.
That cost them a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. He leaves it with his back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, you got to wonder about the play call there. Third and long, hoping to catch the defense off guard, napping, but they weren't fooled. They made a play, got the tackle for loss. Now you've got 4th and California.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They're going to go right back to him on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Slings it. He's got it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, South Carolina. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Men, it is hard to beat Columbia when that town is buzzing as it is today.
Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. That is a costly penalty on this defense. Now they're dealing with a 2nd and 2. The give to the tailback. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
And the Gamecocks come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. A run for the quarterback. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. The Gamecocks are marching down the field. He'll try the left side. Past the sticks, and he may get more. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Little touch pass to the receiver. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gamecocks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Off play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the pummeling has started.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Defense in press coverage. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, he's got some space. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it. Leaves it with the back. Running into the open space. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back, with his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football and let him make plays.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. They're working that left side. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And the route is on. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? You can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that. No matter what they do, they're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Give to the single back. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Scanning the field, it's good. He's got his man across the middle. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. If you like old-school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who've starred through the first 3 periods. So first down will open up the final period. Got it in the middle, it's Anthony.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown, Kentucky. He got loose, and it was lights out after. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. He moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. The give as they work on that clock.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gamecocks are rolling down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He's got it on the right. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Line getting set on second down. They try to get it outside on the left. There he goes. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Really nice play call there on second and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a third and manageable situation.
They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
You don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, looking at matchups. Oh.
Touchdown, South Carolina! And the beatdown has ensued. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that we're working with. Learn a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Looking downfield, it's good. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Complete in the middle. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical.
And it's picked off at the goal line. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Guys, they're not going to give up on picking up the first down, but they also need some breathing room for the punter. To the ground with the back. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. I guess they're just trying to build up the stats. He's going to throw deep right side. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around.